Okay. So the first point on personal development was fear of public speaking. The second thing which always hinders your development is called victim mentality. Okay. Now what we mean by a victim? Who is a victim? He is a victim. Yeah. Because he is sitting with you, right? Yes. Who is a victim? Tell me. Why is he a victim? He got. Okay. Just like this. Yes, who is the victim? Tell me. Yeah. Yes. All of you, right? Because you have to listen to me. Right? All of you are victims. The victim is who has been, who has been done wrong in some aspect, right? So I am a victim, somebody did something wrong with me, so I become a victim, right? Okay, so if I am the victim, the other person is what? He is Dalip, right? Criminal. He is the person who made me the victim, right? So I am the victim because of that. If that guy didn't do anything wrong with me, I will not be a victim, right? Get my point? Okay. So my condition is because of the other guy. Getting my point? Okay. Why are you failing in the exam? Because of this guy. Huh? Why didn't you get the job? Because of this guy. Okay. So I am what I am. I am blaming on others. Okay. So the second point which we want to cover is what we call as victim mentality, which is you blame others for your own condition. Okay. And some ask, obviously there is some truth to this phenomena. Maybe 50-60% of the time somebody did something wrong with you. Huh? Obviously I am here, right? So you all are in some aspect a victim. You say yes. Okay. But it's not true always. Okay, the victim mentality is you are always looking for excuses. You are always looking for, it's not only about another person. Sometimes it becomes about the whole organization. Okay. Sometimes just the place. Okay, the chair, the table, the AC, right? You hear people complaining a lot. Okay? The AC is too cold, or it's not working at all. The light is coming in my eyes. The port is not good, right? Okay. So this is, you are trying to find something or someone to put the blame on for your own condition. Okay. This is what we call as victim mentality. Okay. So it happens a lot with you guys, right? You don't get F because of your own self, right? There's always somebody else who made you get the F. Okay. There was a junior colleague in Pakistan, and he was. We used to sit in one office together. Okay. So he was very good at these things. Thank God he's not here. Otherwise we'll be fired. But he was good at these. So he was a junior. Okay. And we were all fresh at that time. Imagine this mentality at that time. He was very advanced even at that time. So he was telling a student that, sometimes you go to somebody else and you tell them that, you are good, that instructor is not good, you should be teaching that course, like you will do after this course. Right? So somebody came to him and they were complaining about so and so is not teaching. It was a structure course or something. So and so is not teaching good. I always fail because of him and so on. He told him something which I still remember. It was many years ago, more than 10 years ago. Okay, I still remember that. He told him that you are letting him, according to you, he is the bad person, right? He is not teaching you well, so he is the bad person, right? You are letting him decide what you will become in the end. Okay, so he was supposed to teach me structures. He did not teach me structures well. So what will I do? I will run away from structures, right? I will run away from the course. This is what we normally do. The course is not good because this person cannot teach me well. Okay, he told him that by doing this, you are giving the control to him. So that guy is deciding whether you will take structures in future or not. Get my point? Okay, so it's about reversing. If this guy is doing something bad with me, I'll come back. Okay, I'll come back with something more, something better. Okay, I will not let that guy decide what I want to become. Got it? So if you face somebody who is not good, it could be your boss, it could be somebody in your team, somebody in your group project, okay, somebody or your client or whatever, okay, and you feel that I am lagging behind in this thing because of this guy. Okay, so if you let it happen, that means this guy is deciding your future. That guy is deciding your future. Okay, do you want to let this happen? You want others to decide what you want to become? Okay. Especially not your parents or something. He's a guy which you don't even like. Okay. So you don't want this guy to decide what you will do in future. Okay. So this is just one aspect of the victim mentality. Okay, why in engineering this behavior is considered dangerous? Okay, so in engineering what happens, like I said last time, nobody is perfect. You make mistakes, right? You make mistakes, and when you make mistakes in engineering, especially in civil engineering, your mistakes have real consequences. It will have real cost. Okay, like even in terms of your exam, you lose your grade, right? Okay, so it will have real cost. You can endanger somebody's life. Okay, people may have accidents because of your mistakes. Okay, a building can fall because of your mistake. Okay, so these mistakes have real consequences. They have real results. So what will happen if you made a mistake and you started blaming others? Okay, so my design is not faulty. I did everything which I could. Okay, but this happened, or this accident happened because of my boss or because of the client. Okay, so now maybe this time you will get away with this, but what will happen next time? What will happen next time? You thought you didn't make a mistake, so will you correct yourself? Are you thinking about improving yourself? No. Or this happened because of this. If you remove this, I will be the perfect man in the world, right? I will be the perfect engineer. I will do the whole new plant myself, right? Okay. So when you are faced with victim mentality, you don't correct your mistakes. You keep on repeating them. Okay. You keep on repeating them. So I think there's a saying as well. I don't remember it correctly, but the saying goes like this: the smart person is not the one who doesn't make mistakes. The smart person is the one who learns from the mistakes and doesn't repeat it. Okay, so making mistakes is normal, but this mentality or blaming others will lead you to making the same mistakes again and again. Okay, so with this mentality, do not correct your mistakes. Okay, and you avoid responsibility. So that means you don't want to learn as well. Okay, this happened because of me. So next time this thing to not happen, I need to correct myself. Okay, and maybe I will learn something from it, or maybe I need to learn something new to make sure this doesn't happen. Okay, maybe I was using manual calculation. There was a mistake. Okay, because in my calculations, because of the mistake, something happened. If I take the responsibility, maybe next time I will use a new software, so the manual calculations are not involved. Okay, so when you do not take the responsibility of your mistakes, you repeat them, you don't improve yourself, and you are blocking your learning. Okay, because according to you, nothing went wrong. What you were doing was correct. Okay, so now there are two things here. One is called as excuse, the other one is a responsibility. So a guy or a girl or an engineer who has victim mentality, which of the two things he is or she is doing? He is making excuses, she is making excuses, right? Okay, the person who doesn't have this mentality, they take responsibility. Okay, and this is the true meaning of a professional as well. This is the true meaning of a professional. Okay, so here you will do your term projects, you will do your senior projects, right? Okay, you will make reports, do design, and you will submit them. Okay, now why do you need to submit? Because then you are supposed to get what? Marks, right? Grades. Anything else? Yes. Yes. Very good. Huh? This is the main idea. Marks and grades, because otherwise you will not submit anything, right? Right or wrong?
Yeah.
Honesty is the best policy. So yeah, the marks and grades are there, but the other thing is that you should get the feedback. Okay. Now in the field when you become the engineer, I may give examples of doctors a lot, because I love them, I hate them, at the same time. But for example, when they are doing their own studies, doctors do their own studies. They go through the same procedure. Okay, they make their assignments, they make their reports. Okay, but then in the end they give it to the instructor, the teacher. They give them feedback, they give them marks and grades. Okay, but do they do the same thing when they are in their clinic? When they have graduated, they become doctor. Do they do the same thing? Oh yeah, okay, I have written your diagnosis, but let me go and check with my teacher first. No, right? Okay, so becoming a professional means what? You have become, now you will take responsibility of your own action without somebody else telling you that. Okay, got my point? Okay, so responsibility is the core of becoming a professional. If you are not responsible for your own actions, that means you are not able to become a professional in that field. If the doctor keeps on asking others what to do with the patient, he is not a doctor. Okay? If the engineer doesn't take responsibility of his or her design, then he is not a proper engineer. Okay? So you become responsible when you get your degree, when you get your certificate. Okay? It's not a piece of paper. It says that in this field you are responsible. In this field now, you can take your own decisions. Okay? So a person who is going through this mentality, they don't take their own decision. They are looking at others. Okay? So when you make excuses, you are justifying your failure. You always have a reason in your mind. So excuse means a reason. I failed because of this reason. Okay? And when you have a reason, then next time I don't need to do anything about it. Okay? But if you take responsibility, you are still, so in both cases you are saying something went wrong. Okay, something went wrong. In the first case you are saying I will not do anything about it. It went wrong, fine, done. I'll just move forward in whatever I was doing. But in the second case you are saying, yeah, something went wrong and now it's my responsibility to do something about it. Okay, others may have played a part in it. Yes, others may have played a part in it. For example, this projector is not working, so what should I do? I can continue, I can go. Okay, so now I have to come up with an idea or some approach that I can teach even without the projector. Got it? But if I keep on blaming the projector and I say I'm not responsible, this is not working, it's not my fault. Okay, so I will not teach all this. Okay, got it? So it makes you, so in responsibility you acknowledge the mistake and you improve yourself so that it doesn't happen again. Okay. Now this is like a self-reflection exercise. Okay, think about some failure which happened in your life. Maybe a bad exam, maybe a car accident, maybe something. Okay, something bad. Okay. Now think about first of all what happened. You already know what happened, right? Okay. Then what were you doing during that incident? Were you the student? Were you the teacher? Were you the driver? Were you the person who was sitting beside the driver? Okay, or whatever. Then your role in the result of that incident. Whatever happened in the end, did you have a role in that? Did you do something to make this result happen? Okay, and then yeah, any change which you could have done to avoid the result. We are not doing that in this class. Okay, so the key points you have to keep in mind is if you take responsibility of a mistake, it's not a sign of weakness. It's not a sign that you are not good. Okay, yes, the sign of weakness or the sign of unprofessionalism is if you keep on making the same mistake. Okay, and that will only happen if you are not taking the responsibility. So that is a bigger sign of weakness. Nobody in the world is perfect. Even whatever you do, you will still make mistakes. Okay, but what people will see in you that he is doing the same thing again and again. He has the same problem again and again. Okay, so when you accept the responsibility for the first time and start improving yourself, that's a sign of strength and self motivation. Okay, and then it makes you go forward in your career as well. You learn new things because you want to avoid the old mistakes and old problems. Okay, so we have already discussed few things which are part of the personal development, and in each case I gave you examples why they are important for engineers, right? So your personal development is as important as your professional development. Okay, so you know everything about all the courses in the world, but personally you are not so good. You are not so good at speaking, you have victim mentality, you are shy and whatever. Okay, so this will eventually affect your career as well. I gave the example last time about the two Steves. Okay, whatever problem you have, okay, we just did some activities which can help you go over those problems. Okay, so for example, the first problem was public speaking. Okay, so the approach is same to getting rid of your personal problems. The approach is same. If you are not good at maths or physics, what do? Solving more questions, right? Or taking the course again and again. No? Keep this in mind. Some people have this mindset. See in the class, not here. But anyways, you will do more practice, right? So the same approach applies here as well. Same approach applies to your personal problems as well, personal weaknesses as well. You are not good at it. Running away from it will not solve it. Okay, running away from it will not solve it. I'm not good at speaking, so I will not speak. Best solution in the world, right? No, you will still have this problem. You will not grow, you will not go forward. So the best thing is you have to practice. Okay, you have to do it more. Okay, or get into situations where you have to do it more. This is why we have these courses. Why should we have a courses? We are just discussing how to present and how to speak and what not. Okay, so these courses are there to give you the chance to go over your weaknesses. Okay, by doing more practice. Okay, and I have seen the Because in the earlier years, I've been here for almost now 10 years, almost. Okay, so 9 and some years. So in the earlier 3-4 years, I was only teaching 300-400 level courses. I did not see it. Okay, then they shifted me to 100 level, 200 level courses. Okay, so I can see the difference in the students. Like the general trend is different, completely different. What I see now and what I see in the 400 level courses is completely different. Why? Because in many of these courses you are forced to speak, you are forced to write a report. Okay, so here I told you earlier as well, that some people who don't like this, because why is he asking us to say something in the class, right? Okay, why should I come forward? Why is he forcing me? Okay, don't like. But in the 400 level, they still don't like to come forward and say. So if I give them the chance, they will not come forward. But here they don't shy away. If they have to, they will come. Okay, and the way they stand and they say, even they don't want to do it. They didn't practice for it. Okay, the slides were made by other group members. This happens, right? You are in a group, you don't make the slide. The slide is meant to come, right? There are people in the group. So even those people who are like this, when they come forward, they are presenting like if their own slides, okay, because of practice. Got it? There, you have a very good example in front of you, right? I told you, these notes are not from me. Okay. So you have to practice. If you find your mistake, you have to do more practice to get rid of it. Okay. So a good engineer is, so in the end, when you graduate, everybody gets the same certificate. Okay. You may have heard that after that certificate, if your overall GPA is 3.7 or 3.5 or 3.4 or 3.2, doesn't matter, right? In the end, you are all considered engineers, right? Huh? Your client will not always tell you, okay, give me your transcript. I want to see how many A's you got and B's you got, right? They don't. For them, you are at the same level. Same level in what sense? Technical, right? In terms of technical knowledge and skill, they consider you at the same level. Okay? But your boss or your client doesn't think that all these engineers are same, not because they are not engineers. Okay? But this one has better professional ethics. This one takes responsibility. This one is always learning. This one is better speaking. Okay, got my point? Okay? So you are at the same job level. You are at the same job description. Okay, so technical abilities will get you to a point. But after that, you have to be personally strong to make your mark in the field. Okay. The next thing which we want to discuss is, which is related to communication, which is okay, again, still it is related to personal development. Okay, body language. Okay, so like you communicate with your tongue, okay, like you communicate with your words, you communicate with your body language as well. Your body language tells a lot about you to others. Okay, and we have basically in the current times we have messed this thing up because of this. Okay. Lot of even the body language when you are listening to others, that's also important. Okay, listening to someone. So if I am talking, obviously everybody is looking at me. So my body language is important, right? But for others, your body language of how you are sitting and listening is also important. So it's not only about the speakers. Body language is not only about speakers. It's also about the person who is listening as well. Okay, because body language is an important tool for communication. Okay, so now communication is one way or two way? Two way, right? Okay, so body language is important in both parts. So what I was saying, that now we have this trend. Okay, what you were saying? Yes. Yeah. Okay. You don't even know the person is talking to you on the phone, right? The same thing is happening with the listeners as well. Okay? Obviously, in many cases, they are taking notes. Okay, they are taking notes, but the other person doesn't know. Okay, they just think, okay, maybe they are posting something on the Instagram, or worse, posting something on the Instagram about me. So, none of you is doing this, right? Good. So, body language is important for both cases, when you are speaking as well as listening. Okay. Why body language is important? Because it's a sign of personal development and improvement. Okay. The way you carry yourself while you are with others, the way you carry yourself, the way you talk, the way you not talk, the way you stand and sit, and your impressions and your body language tells a lot about yourself. So if somebody doesn't have a good body language, that means they are not paying attention on themselves. Getting my point? Okay. If somebody is sleeping and they are yawning in front of everybody and with a mouth like the so that means what? That I don't care about you and I don't care about myself. Okay. So having good body language tells you that that person is serious about you and about themselves as well. They are aware of themselves. They are taking responsibility of themselves, like how others will feel about them or how they should look in front of others. Okay. Why do we have there are many people who have problems with body language. Okay. So some of the reasons are okay. Some of the reasons that you don't have good, especially when you are speaking in front of others, some of the reasons are that you have anxiety, stress. Okay, the thing which you are doing you don't like, or you are fearful of the other people, what they will think about me, maybe I will get fired because of this. Okay, so you have stress, fear, anxiety, or maybe simply you don't have confidence to speak in front of others. Okay, you are now you are not confident about who, something which I already mentioned. If you are having problems in your body language or your speaking because of confidence, so you are not confident about who? About the other guy? No, about yourself. Okay? So when you are showing good body language, it tells the others that this guy is a confident guy. Okay? Or girl, yes. Yes. You guys are always confident, right? I have 2 daughters, so I can say this. The confidence with which they tell me that they need ice cream at 2 a.m. at night, boys will not do, right? Okay. But anyways, the thing is, good body language gives the other person impression about you that you are confident. You know what you are saying. If you don't have good body language, it sends a message to the other person that this person is stressed or is not confident about what they are saying. Okay, so if that some person is a professional, he's an engineer, or he's a doctor, but he is not confident in what he or she is saying. Okay, then that means you will not take their services. Huh? I would not like to hire an engineer who doesn't seem confident. Okay, he will because of his design, I'll spend maybe 200,000 BD. So would I like to spend 200,000 BD on this person? Okay, who doesn't seem confident? Okay, so that's an important thing. So why body language is important for students? improving body language means you improve your communication. Obviously. Okay, this is very obvious, right? The first thing. And I said communication is two ways, right? Okay. So having good body language will improve your communication skills, part of your communication skills. The second thing is having good body language builds self-confidence. There are things which you develop by, like we said, we practice to improve something, right? Okay. So when you practice, what you are doing? You are forcing yourself to do something, right? You are trying to force yourself externally. Okay. Your mind is still the same, right? Your mind is still the same. After practice, your mind will change. So now I am not good at maths. So I will force myself to do 10 more problems, right? But when I was doing that, I am still weak at maths. When I am doing these problems, I am still weak at maths. So I am doing something externally to change something internal, right? Okay. So what we said earlier, if you have good body language, it shows you that you have confidence, right? Now if I don't have confidence, what should I do? Now you behave like you have confidence. Okay? Pretend that you are the most confident guy or girl in the whole world. Okay? And you can do that by showing good body language. Okay? So when you practice it externally, you will see the difference internally as well. Okay? So it works again both ways. If you do something externally, it has an internal effect as well. Okay, and addressing personal weakness, which is related to these 2 points. Okay, having no confidence or not being able to communicate well are personal weaknesses. Okay, so building good or practicing good body language helps you take care of your important weaknesses. Okay, what are the signs that you don't have good body language? How do you know that you are not doing good in terms of body language? Okay, so they have come up with some cues. If a person is doing that, he is not confident. These are the things which are not part or are not considered part of good body language. First thing is avoiding eye contact, not looking at your speaker or not looking at your listeners, at your audience. If somebody is avoiding eye contact, that's a big sign that they do not have confidence and they do not have a good body language. Okay, so again, like I said, it works both ways. Even if I don't have confidence, I'll try to make eye contact, just to show that I am confident. Okay, then the second thing is you are not standing upright. Okay, your shoulders are down or your back is slightly, not because you are old, but because of the body language. Okay, so standing upright is a sign of good body language. Okay, if your shoulders are down or your back is slouched, that means you are not, it's not a sign of good presence, good body language. Okay, tense hand movements. Okay, so your hand movements are not free, the hands are shaking, maybe it happens. Okay, but what to do in that case? For example, I'm trying to use my hands, but they are shaking. So what do we do? Many people have this problem, right? Even me, in some cases, when we are going into question answers, arguments, the hand cannot control it, starts shaking. Okay, so what do we do? You slap that one, huh? Okay. Change your hands. A new one. No? Put them together. Yes. Yes. Put them together. Okay. You can put them together. You can hold something. Okay. Sometimes can help, and so on and so forth. But anyways, make sure your hand movement, and there are many things which are considered part of hand tense hand movements. Okay. So hand movements are shaking is one of them. Okay. So, but there are many other things. Obviously. Then we have closed body posture. Okay, your body is not open to the others. Okay, either you have your side up your hands. Okay, or you are not facing. Your body is facing your face is here, but your body is facing board. Okay, these are all considered closed body postures. Okay, so open body posture means that I am facing the audience with full upper body. Okay. So when you are showing these signs, avoiding eye contact, tense hand movements, body not upright, body not facing the audience. Okay, these are signs that you have fear of public speaking. Okay, and fear of public speaking, we already mentioned it, that fear comes from fear of judgment, what others will think about me. Okay, but what is happening? You are showing these signs because you are thinking they will judge me as a bad speaker, but you are making them do that. Okay, so if I make eye contact, if I am confident, if I am standing upright, okay, then that makes them think that I am good, right? Okay, so even if I am fearful, going back to the same point, even if I fear the audience, I will not show it. I will still face them. I will still do all the things I can to show my confidence and to face them and to communicate with them. Okay, so my fear will not come or will not hinder me from doing these things. Got it? Okay, and we all talked about low self-confidence. Okay, so when you have not good body language, then others think you do not have good body language, or you don't have confidence. Sorry. Okay, so why we have these signals, why we have these cues? Because if you notice them, then you can start to improve yourself. Okay, you know what you are doing wrong. Okay, so having these rules, these principles. Okay, somebody may say, no, I am very confident when I am facing the board. Then I feel very confident. Okay, that is your own mentality. In your mind, you are very confident. But what the others are thinking, he or she is not even looking at us. Okay, they are not confident. They don't know what they are seeing. Okay, so in your mind, you have your own reasoning, right? I am standing here because of this reason. Why should I go there and come here and so on? Why should I face the audience? Okay, why should I use my hands? Why cannot keep them like this and present? Okay. Doing this will make me very comfortable. Will make me feel very confident. This is what you are thinking. Okay. Others are not looking at you like this. Okay. So communication is always about communicating to others. So if you don't have your good impression, that means you have some problems. Okay. So as we said, personal development works both ways. If you have an internal weakness, you adopt external means to remove this weakness. Okay. So if you have to summarize what we have just discussed. So if you are the speaker, okay, and you have to show good body language, according to the points we have mentioned, what you will do, tell me. When you come forward and you have to now present and they say something, yes. Just one point, okay. One point, then others can say.
Good posture.
Good
posture.
A good posture. Upright. Yeah, upright. Okay. What else? Eye contact. Yes. What else? What else? Stand well. Yes. Stand well. Facing the audience. Yeah. Facing the audience with full body work. At least the upper half of the body. What else? hand movements. Okay, try to control them, try to keep them open, try to use them with your words and so on and so forth. Okay. Yeah. One thing is, make sure, I don't know, I've seen some of my videos, some cases, I've noticed that in some cases the hand movements can be a lot. I'm trying to use my hands, they are not tense. Okay. But I'm doing it a lot, that they're moving all around the place. Okay. This is also a sign of tense hand movements. You are using them too much. Okay, so the people do not know what you are saying. They are just looking at your hands, like you are, running some puppets or something. Okay, so your gestures, what you are doing, should be controlled and calm. Okay, your gestures, body gestures, what you are doing with your feet, what you are doing with your hands, they should be controlled and calm. They should not be too much, and they should not be too speedy. Okay. So saying something like number 1, number 2, number 3, okay, and then you say 1, 2, 3. Okay, doing the same thing, right? Okay. But in one case it's very quick. Okay, so it gives the impression that you are tense. You are just going through the motion as quickly as possible. So adopting these behaviors, yes. No, if you are doing this is closed body posture. You shouldn't do this. Okay, holding the hand means like this. Okay, not like this, like this. Okay, or holding something in your hand. Okay, like a marker or something. Okay, or in some cases you have like a dice. I mentioned dice in the last class as well, right? So the main function of the dice is you can stand behind and you can shape all the way you want. Just look at your face. Okay, so I was fortunate enough when I started teaching, the first lecture I went to, they had a dice. Dice are not very common. Even in our classes, the dice is not common, right? That class had a dice. It was my first lecture. Okay, and believe me or not, I went with the whole book. I was so lost. I said, I will do something, I will mess up something. So I took the entire book. We didn't have tablets and so on. The entire book, surveying book. Have you seen it? How? Be honest. The whole surveying book, okay? The whole 1000 pages. Took them with me, put them in front of me, opened the book. Okay, I opened the book, put on the dice, I opened the book. Okay, and I took out the page from where I was supposed to teach. And this is how I started teaching. Okay, so the dice helped me a lot. So if you have something like this, you can use it. You can get behind it and so on. Okay. Yeah, the body language can also give some impressions to others. Okay, so for example, if somebody is not confident, or they are trying to give excuse for their failure, that also shows in their body language. Okay, so if somebody has made a mistake and then now they are trying to blame others for it. Okay, so they already know something has went wrong, but now they are trying to blame others. Okay, so usually then in those cases your body movement or your body language becomes tense. You don't make eye contact. Okay, a very common phenomena. Okay, and your movements are too many. Okay, because internally you are not at rest. Okay, if you see somebody who say, yeah, this went wrong and I will not do it next time, they are completely different from the person who says, oh, this happened, this happened, this happened. They are always speaking quickly. Okay, and because they have to give the 2-page justification. The whole 2000 words of justification. No, you have listen. This happened, then this happened, then this happened. Because if they say, yeah, what went wrong, okay, this is what went wrong, it will not happen again, and this is what we will do in the end. Okay, they feel more confident. Their body language is calm. Okay, they are not speaking quickly. They are their hand movement. They are making eye contact and so on. Got it? Clear? So your body language can also tell the other person whether you are at mistake or not. Okay? You have talked to these people in the call center, right? Helpline. When you call, you have a problem with your phone or something, you call the helpline. Okay? So they have these representatives here, right? Okay? So if they are trained to speak like this, whatever you tell them. Okay? You are telling them this happened, they will not say, no, this is your fault. Why did he call you? They do not say this. Okay? Or the good ones. Okay? The good ones are not supposed to say this, right? Okay? So if you observe them, whatever you say, they absorb it. Yeah, okay, we understand your problem. I will put it to my supervisor. They will get back to you and so on. So when they are doing this, they are very calm. Okay, because they are going with the other person. They are not conflicting. Okay, they are taking the responsibility. So good body language also tells the other guy whether it is your fault or not, and if it is your fault, whether what you are saying is a true excuse or something which you are just making up to blame others. Okay, so it gives that impression as well. Okay. There is an exercise, you can find it. We already did some activities today. I don't want to go into that. Okay, so the key points are that body language is not just a communication skill, it is part of the communication skill. I already mentioned it. Okay, having good body language improves your communication. Okay, but it also improves with other things. Okay, it also improves others to understand you. Okay, to have a good impression about you. Body language, good body language makes you feel confident in front of others. When you are showing good body language, when you are practicing eye contact and open body posture and so on and so forth, it makes you feel confident as well. Okay, so it's not only about others, it's also about yourself. And working on body language means that you are going towards improvement. You are taking the responsibility of your mistakes. When you are showing good body language, that shows you as a responsible person in front of others. Okay, so there are people who are who just sound good. Okay, they are using heavy words and they have a good presentation ready and so on and so forth. But because of their body language, we know that they are not so confident, or what they are presenting, they do not believe in them. Okay, so having good body language is important for you, for your communication skills, for your confidence, and it is also important for the other people to understand you. Okay, or to have a good impression about you in front of others. Got it? Clear? Any questions? Okay, so next time we will start with